Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I will start the page and Listen to the Wind by Anastasia Ellie Riva. I picked this one as my first page. So let's go for it. Remove the bookmark and I like to flip it over. I will use my polychromos pencils today and let's just dive in. This is brown ochre 182 and I will start adding a layer on all the shaded areas on the skin. So I started. It is such a big thing to start those pages for me. I'm really scared to start them. I don't know why. So portraits, it's not my strong point, and I realize if you never challenge yourself to color more portraits, you will never get better. So I try to challenge myself sometimes to start those portraits. And if I start something, I have to finish it someday. I don't like having those work in progress pages lying around all the time. I have some work in progress pages at the moment lying around, like the one that I started in the Flower and Birds coloring book. And I take my sweet time with it, and that's fine. But those type of pages, I'm kinda scared by it. And I have this list with 26 challenges that I wanted to do in 2026. And one of them was coloring a page out of the season. So starting this Halloween page in the springtime is ticking off that box, but it is also ticking off the box of completing all my uncolored coloring books. And if you may notice and may see my birthday haul video, I got a lot of new books coming in the studio. A lot of pre-orders and books will arrive slowly. And I'm happy with it. And I realized that I really enjoy new coloring books, but I have to focus on coloring them before they settle on their own spot on the shelf. And having those kind of books with on my untouched coloring pile for years, it is just silly. I just have to deal with them. So that's what I try to do. I try to balance it out and have some older untouched coloring books mixed in with my newer untouched coloring books. I just add a very soft base layer now. Not much pressure, and you can see I'm holding my pencil all the way to the back to prevent myself from putting too much pressure down. I'm not great at skin tones, so But I realize if you do a brown ochre, a bister, or any of those type of colors as a base layer, you get a warmer tone in the face. And I like the look of it. It was just missing this step. Polychromos are great to layer and layer, and you can change up the color a lot if you take your time with it. And I try to do the skin and the shoulders and her, yeah, at the same time. I don't know why the female in her book always are naked. Just face it this way. I'm not feeling brave enough to add some clothing on here. But for me it feels they are all naked. I don't know, maybe even on the front cover. Let me, yeah, you can see it's all just skin. No clothing, right? I don't know why. But I like to color them the same time, otherwise I will forget the layers that I've added, the combinations, and you will get a really strange look of the face compared to the rest of the skin tone. It's almost that they put this way too much foundation on the face, right? Compared to the rest of the body. I don't like those kind of looks. So that's why I try to keep it cohesive and add the layers at the same time. The skin on this page is the most scary part for me to color. I like the hair to color. It's not that much, it's just a few strands. I like the mushrooms and the head. Not sure about the colors of the mushrooms yet, but I think the page will tell me what colors to pick up. Most of the times if I started a page, the colors will come to me really naturally, and yeah, we will be okay with it. You can see the polychromos keep their point so good all the time. I have, I think this color maybe replaced one time in all those years, and this was my second, no, this was my first original set of color pencils. I got brown sale, budget friendly ones first, and those were not really artist grade pencils. And then my husband surprised me with the polychromos pencils. The second set that I got were my Prismas, and those two are really still my favorites. And then the Lumis, really one of my favorite pencils. Look at this really yellowy look of a skin. You can add some color correctors on top of it. If you think in the end it will be too yellow, you can add some purple. If you think your face looks too pink, you can add in some green tones, really soft layers of greens, and you will be okay. I like to give it just more of a depth. So I go one more time over all those shaded parts. And the parts that are not shaded, I won't add another layer. And you see I left some of the parts white. And those are the highlight areas in the face. I feel really good and really brave that I started this page. I really hope that I can finish it to a beautiful page, and yeah, that it can live with the rest of my Anastasia and Nicole Riva collection. I color on top of the eyebrows. I don't, I think it look better if you color on top of those. Otherwise the skin tone will look really pale. In it, will we zoom in? I never, can we zoom in more? Yeah, maybe that's better. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here 10 minutes in and totally forgot to zoom you in. But maybe you have done it yourself, right? By tapping the screen and and move your fingers outwards. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. Have a better look. If you keep your layers thin on this paper, not too much pressure, but really soft pressure on your pencils, you can add many layers. I'm listening to the sound I hear outside. Sometimes today it's strange weather, sometimes rain, then really sunny, and then it will be raining again, and you can hear those big drops on the roof. Just a few, and then it's gone. Coloring skin takes a lot of time. Well, for me, it takes so much time to color it. But I think those artworks are really pretty. My husband and one of the boys ordered me 4 new books by Anastasia. The 4 that are missing in my collection. And they were held in customs. They were stuck in customs for over a month, and now they are sent back to Anastasia. So I'm really sad about it. She will try to send them again. So I hope that they will get delivered the second time around. Then there is nothing going on and be okay. If they don't arrive the second time, she won't send them out anymore. And then the money will be lost. It's one of the downsides. She don't do refunds. We didn't know it. But yeah, she's not able to. She told us in a private email, so yeah, it will be so sad. My youngest son saved up a lot of money for it. Those are really expensive books to get your hands on. It is not a cheap one to order. And then the shipping costs. And I know my husband also paid for it, but I think it felt so, I don't know. I'm kind of sad about it because they had good intentions with the gift, right? And then it's not arriving. Not yet. I really hope it will. I feel sad for my boy that spent his money on it and then you left empty-handed. I will add in this color. It's cinnamon. It's an old color number name. The number is 189. And I will, add another layer, start in the shaded part and then slowly blend it in the lighter parts. So yeah, I feel sad for him. I really hope it got solved and we will see. And I'm also kind of sad for myself, right? Because those books are beautiful and I really would love to have them in my collection. But I understand the situation. But be aware of it that she won't refund you. Is something we were not aware of. But I don't think she will send any more to Europe because there were multiple packages sent back to her without any reason. So, yeah. You can still see the yellowy shining through the skin, right? But it will be more subtle when you color multiple layers on top of it. This is really harsh lines. I don't know how to soften it yet. Maybe I have to keep my faith into the process. It's always in an ugly stage, your page, right? And I have the feeling with my skins, there is a lot of ugly staging always going on. Not just in the middle part, it is just all the time. You must be brave and yeah, keep going. You always can darken up certain parts. It's easier to darken something up than lighten it. You can use your eraser for sure, but you will create also harsh lines on it. So, in my mind, the paper was really tricky to color on. For so far, it's going okay, right? It's not that bad. I'm still able to layer and yeah. Maybe my coloring style is also changing over time and your technique is changing over time and yeah. And maybe I'm changing my mind in just a few minutes if I'm not able to layer anymore. We will see. I don't know. But for now I feel brave enough, confident that I can create a skin tone that I like for this girl. I would love to learn how to color darker skin, and there's a lovely viewer that sent me some coloring skin combinations. That is just lovely. I'm really bad at skin combinations, at coloring combinations, and keep track of them. And I just pick up my pencils and go for it. I don't keep a record of what colors I have used on certain pages, and sometimes it's great that there are parts on video, so can if I think, oh, this skin turned out great, or I really love the color combination of this flower, or you know, I can look back. And some parts I color on my own, and then I don't can have a look on those combinations. And yeah, I wish I was more organized like that, but I'm not. And that's okay. That's fine. It is another thing to keep track and yeah. I think it's already great that I start tracking the pencil brand that I was using every page on my sheets. Sometimes at the end of the month I already forget the pencils that I was using. And sometimes I know from years ago when I didn't write anything down, I knew exactly what pencils I've used on certain pages. It's really strange, right? How it's working. Hmm? But maybe back in the day I had less pencils, so there were less options. You can see me going up and down with the pencil, but I am basically making these large circular motions. Not really up and down. If you go straight with your pencil, it's creating lines, kind of like I did here, and maybe here. And I don't know if it's just because of the shading that I followed, but it's hard to get rid of those type of harsh lines. So I remembered myself to go with ovals to make a softer blend, and that's more pretty in skin tone, in my opinion. If you like the harsher lines, it's okay. This is something that is working for me, not for everyone. And I realized over the years that you don't have to compare yourself too much to others. We all create our own pages. We have all our own coloring style, and they are all pretty on their own, right? We all have subjects that we love more than others to color. One of my favorite subjects is flowers. I really love to color flowers and garden scenes with animals. Fur, I color, but I think it's really hard, like skin. Oh, I think it's so hard to color it. That's okay. And I realize I love the look of a double pager compared to the single page spreads, but it takes so much time to color a big double page spread that I choose the single ones mostly over the doubles. And I get bored sometimes coloring the doubles because the process is taking, yeah, double the time. And I pick those single-sided over the doubles also because I have to show more different pages to you. So I tried in March to, yeah, do some doubles because I like the look of them so much better. And I allow myself to take more time, spend more time on every page. And I'm happy with the end results of the pages. Yes, there are less pages colored in a month. Really, there were less pages. And I'm totally fine with it. Or do I have to count those double pages as two separate ones? Maybe. Maybe I can do it. Sometimes I cleanse up to the screen. Then I can see on my computer screen where there is where I have to put more pencil pigment on the page. Sometimes it's easier to step away from it, come back later, and yeah, revisit your page. But the trick while recording is to just look up at the screen and you get a different image, different angle. Yeah. So far we only have used two pencils, the ochre brown and the cinnamon. I like to create more soft look around here. So we will try. Holding my pencil the other way because last time I colored it this way and now I will go up and down in my ovals. And I'm using slightly more pressure now. Coloring this one now also reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. We could have colored her with a green skin, right? Yeah. Too late now. If you like to do it, please take the idea, make it work. I'm really looking forward to September. Then there will be a new collage released by Polychromos by Faber-Castell. And yeah, I'm looking forward to add them to the collection. I already made the decision to add them. My no buy is not really working right because I did not buy anything, but my husband really liked to surprise me and I enjoy those gifts a lot. And yeah, he's just saved up everything and bombarded me with those gifts at my birthday. So yeah, in the end, There was no change compared to before. Only before I got some books, some now and then, in the mail, compared to having them all at once. So yeah, I think I let go of the no buy for the year. So I will fail on that. And I maybe not buying those kind of things myself, but for sure my husband is allowed to buy me things. He simply enjoy too much. It's a part of our lifestyle and yeah. Yeah. It makes me happy. Is it a bad thing? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. You can decide, but kind of like her skin tone. It is different compared to the other times. I will go with a more pinky tone. This is medium flesh, 131. And I will go at this color more on her cheeks, on the shaded part of her cheeks, and slowly bring it in. Also here. Bring it in into the soft look to give it more warmth in her face. I like it on top of her nose and her forehead. Blend it softly. The tip of her nose. Around here. Yeah, liking the little blush on there. I don't like this part, but we will fix it later. I will create it on the shoulder also. Start in the shading and then take it all the way on the top of her shoulder, not in the middle, just here. Then here. And this, it needs to be darker, so I won't add the pinky tone. Let's find, this is dark flesh, is it even more? It's good that they renamed them, their pencils, right? I like the old pencil formula better. I think they changed it up a little. So there's this local art, well, not really art, it is a hobby store. And they have some of the old ones left, so I pick them up when I can. And if they still have their old stamping on it, I get those. Really like the blush on her face. So now I will go in with a light flash, 132. And I will blend it together. those harsh lines in it is from the stippling underneath. You cannot get rid of it totally. Yeah. I forgot to color her lips, so very light layer. I don't leave it white. I will add in some cream or ivory, I think it's called. Let's add a skin tone on the lips. It was way too white for me. I didn't like the look of it. It's harder to use less pressure because the pencil is shorter. I don't want to start all the way up. I start around here and then blend it down. Your page will tell you where to go. I will go the other way around. Maybe to smooth out some of those harsher lines. Yeah, it's kind of softer, but not really. Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite face that I've colored. It is not really bad, but I will go in with medium flash on her lips. You can see I leave certain parts lighter. I'm not sure yet what color lips I want to create, but I go with a very natural look. And then you always can add on top a crazy color or lipstick color, because your skin also got the base of your own skin color, right? So adding the lipstick color on top will create a more natural look. I will go in with ivory on the highlighted parts. Oh, don't want to scratch it. And then you create a more glow. Can you see the difference? This is really harsh and white, and now we create a soft look on the skin. And I go in with all the parts that are lighter, highlights. And blend it together to create a more soft look. If there are parts that you find too dark, you can erase a little bit. And the best thing is to get a kneaded eraser and to dabble it down and pick up some of the pigments. It's easier to correct it compared to a regular eraser on skin tones. A regular eraser creates the harsher lines, and with a kneaded eraser you can really uh, pick up a larger area and lift up some of the pigments if you like to. I'm liking it. She got a soft look on her face now. Not that happy with her chin, but I'm horrible at noses and chin, so yeah. It's not that bad compared to other skins that I created. Mhm. You can see it's better with ivory. It ties everything together. It creates this nice glow instead of those harsh lines. Yeah. And I leave it this way. I think her face, her skin is nice. I have to think about her lips. Maybe I will darken them up a little. But yeah, I will see. This is how we leave it today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!